Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Chu, Bird, Benny Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow, and we coming at you live at 144. And here we go. Shout out to Trap. He's going to be going over this situation with Young Scooter. Rest in paradise to Young Scooter. Condolences to his family, and let's go.
Do y'all shop at NT and Travis Network? Back in the same, like cracking this thing, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. More of this good content that we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Here at TNN Trap TNN Trap News Network. All right, let's do it all over. Here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Big dog, tap in with the tap in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Get into that. You ain't got into that. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure, in fact, tapped in with that good tap, tap, tap in. You feel me? You feel me? Get into that. You ain't got into that. Man at the Garden freestyle out now. Please don't touch my. It got a body on it out now. Fairy Tales, Boogeyman, both out now. Get into that. You ain't got into that. I need y'all to also get into the richtraphouse.com. Good merch store. Available now with everything that you need.
Welcome to Saints.
Good merch, excuse me. And 25,000 subscribers gonna give away $100. 15,000 subscribers gonna give away another $100. Make sure you tap in with that. It is with sad spirits that I report to y'all, man. Atlanta rapper Young Scooter has been unalived by the APD. That's the Atlanta Police Department in a crazy pow out. You know what I'm saying? He went 5 stars Grand Theft Auto on APD, and today was his birthday. He was on his way to a birthday celebration, and things got a little bit tricky between him and the Atlanta Police Department. So we finna go ahead and get into this, man. I want to give
They
love
said it
out
was
to
a
the
leg
whole
shot
entire
that
family, Young Scooter, everybody.
let out.
Who's involved. Shout out to the Black Migo gang. Shout out to to
Shout
them.
out
You
to
know
the
what I'm
Black
saying?
Migo gang.
We're gonna go ahead and get this from same spit, different face TV. Shout out to bro. He just gave him a
Welcome to Same Spit Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast, and it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification.
Now, it's being reported that rapper Young Scooter, Atlanta rapper.
For those of y'all who don't know, Young Scooter's biggest song was "I Can Make." I just fell in love with a
Colombian.
I just left Colombia. Now we get it in by the metric ton. So that's probably his biggest song to date.
Colombia, yeah.
Rapper Young Scooter has been killed by the Atlanta police. Now, we don't know exactly what happened in the situation, but we do know today is his birthday, so happy born day to Young Scooter. Unfortunately, he won't get a
Can you
chance
imagine his birthday is his death date? Goodness gracious.
to finish it out. This is very
It's
unfortunate.
so sad,
The
man.
Atlanta Police Department has been very bad moving forward, man. They've had a lot of bad moments. Now, I know a lot of people will say, yo, one bad apple don't mean that everybody else is bad. But we've seen too many instances of bad things happen in the Atlanta Police Department just this year alone, man. And this year, it's new. It just started. So hopefully, whatever happened here don't cause any riots. Hopefully, it doesn't displace any other citizens. Hopefully, it's not too much crazy stuff that go on. But man, Atlanta, for it to be like the Black Hollywood, man, there's been a lot of stuff going on. We saw some of the stuff. We saw the Young Thug case where Fonnie tried to railroad Young Thug. Young Thug ended up taking the plea. Some of his other co-defendants ended up getting found not guilty. Then we saw the police irresponsibly mention Lil Baby and say that he had something to do with
Yeah, I
the
remember all that.
13-year-old who was getting killed. And if you didn't follow
Stuff.
that story, you wouldn't understand that that 13-year-old who ended up getting killed didn't even get killed on the same place at the same time when Lil Baby was shooting that music video. So to blame him for that is even crazier. But RIP Young Scooter, man. If you want more updates about the Young Scooter situation, hit the subscribe button. And you made it this far because you enjoyed the video. So hit the like button.
Check out my original Chicago Hood movie in the end screen. No.
You can find anything else more about this because Young Scooter is an Atlanta rapper. That's the Scooter Columbia. We don't want Columbia. We just want the story. Let me see.
Yo, what's that word, man? Cardi reacts to Young Scooter pass RP. You know what I'm saying? You also got Rallo reacting to, Scooter passing. It's crazy, bro, because they alleging that he was on his way to his birthday party, gang. You know what I'm saying? About to go celebrate. and somehow pulled over by Atlanta PD, allegedly, and they killed him. You feel me? Now, what could he have done to make Atlanta police want to fire shots at him, bro? Let's keep it a buck, man. And then the crazy part is Atlanta is a really black city, bro. So more than likely, that police officer was probably black. You feel me? I ain't seen some
It's
stranger
probably good.
things take place in Atlanta.
Black police
I used to live there. That's why I know, like, not only was shit, I came up under, like, Scooter music. Like, when I was in high school, I
middle
was listening to
school.
Scooter. You feel me? So I know Scooter been doing it at least 2 decades. You feel me? Bricks. You feel me? Like, this shit crazy, bro. Young Scooter definitely
Gucci
was a
shit.
legend,
What
man.
happened back
Free
in the
band
day?
gang.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Future, that whole movement.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They come to Chicago heavy, going crazy in Chicago. That's why, like, Future's second home is Chicago. You feel me? Don't nobody play with Future in the shot, bro. Not in Chirac, that's for sure, bro. So y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Put up them RIPs, man. You know what I'm saying? I know the whole freak band gang right now, they probably hurt behind this. You know, as the news break, we definitely gonna put out more information on it. But as of right now, they saying he was allegedly shot and killed by police, bro, on his way to his birthday party. Like right now, it's like 9 o'clock out there. So this shit just happened, bro. Get at me. We
Okay,
out,
let me see
man.
if I can find
Prayers up to their family and friends.
anything else about it, but it seems like this is just all. Let me see. Okay.
The mass, like the mass majority of people, or is that? I mean, bro, like it's not just me, cause right.
Let me see. Yes, I don't think there's any. Oh, that's just a thumbnail. Yes, I don't think there's any more news on this. I think we might be a little bit ahead of it, but let me see. Let me see. Rapper Young Scooter reportedly unalived Friday, March 28th, tragically on his 39th birthday. At the time, it remains unclear how Young Scooter got unalived, but social media quickly began buzzing rumors surrounding his passing. Many speculate that he was unalived by Atlanta PD. This has not been confirmed, born, blah, blah. Yeah, this is just more about him, but it doesn't say. Okay, so we have to just kind of maybe wait to find out more about this incident. Okay, so I don't have no Reddit account, so maybe I cannot use this. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. So this is just takes you to another thumbnail, but this doesn't take you anything. Rapper Young Scooter reportedly popped by APD. Atlanta Scooter reportedly shot and unalive tragedy. Heartbreaking occurred on 39th birthday. So blah blah. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to just keep y'all updated as these stories and more continue to develop, man. All we got right now is that he potentially was unalived by APD, but blessings to the family, man. Blessing to everybody involved. Just red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, man. Free Avenue Angel, tweets free. We gone. Do y'all shop?
Rest, rest in paradise, that man, he was a legend. But yeah, boom, we gonna go to the next one, which is gonna be a little bit more about what allegedly went down. Give me 1 second.
What the hell is going on? The internet went crazy today. It was a rumor going around that young Scooter was shot and killed by the police on his 39th birthday. That shit ain't true. Now he is dead, but it's not because of the police. He's actually dead from his own actions, and I'll explain why. We all was sad when we heard the news young Scooter was shot and killed by police. I made a video, I scolded the police, I went the hell off because everybody was telling me that young Scooter was shot and killed by the police. So I did my own research. I hopped on Twitter, everybody running with the narrative. I hopped on Facebook, everybody running with the narrative. So I'll make my video, I'll publish it, and everybody in the comment section said, Cut, you wrong as hell. Cut, what the fuck is you doing? Nigga, you tripping. That nigga ain't get shot and killed by the police. That nigga died hopping the fence. So I'm sitting there reading these comments. I'm thinking to
Uh-huh.
myself, what the hell is going on? What you mean he died jumping the fence? And it dawned on me. I didn't really wait for the information to come. I jumped the gun. Because I always said the police were remaining quiet. They was a little too quiet for my liking. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and run with that narrative. It must be true. Because we know when the police get quiet, some fucked up shit happen. But then they did a press conference and they told us exactly what happened. And once I play it for you guys, y'all gonna be shocked as hell. We all was wrong. We all gotta take the blame in this. I know I'm gonna take the brunt of the blame. Hey, cut, you published the false video. Cut, you didn't wait for the information. Cut, I'm disappointed in you. Cut, I know y'all gonna say all that to me. But let's take this as a team. Let's take this as a learning lesson. Never jump the gun. But let me play this news clip for you guys, and we're gonna come back and break this whole situation down. Come on, y'all know how I do. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm good. From the 200 block of William Nye Drive in Zone 3, officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door. A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter.
Let's stop it right there. He's talking about the Young Scooter situation. He said we came in contact with Young Scooter because somebody called 911, gunshots went off, and a woman was seen getting drugged back into her apartment. So we knocked on the door. A male opened the door. Once he seen it was the police, he closed it and wouldn't come out. So he said, it ain't us. We got a fucked up call. We just answered the call. We pulled up on Young Scooter, and he decided to run. Listen to what he about to say.
During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased.
Wait, y'all hear that? He's talking about Young Scooter. He's saying Young Scooter was never shot. The police never made contact with him. We got a call to come to his house because gunshots rang off. A woman was seen getting drugged back into her apartment. We knocked on the door. Two suspects ran.
Or he was already shot
Fences, and they
when
found
you
him on
hopped
the other
the
side of the
fence.
fence, bleeding out. They rendered aid. They sent him to the hospital, and that's where he died. So I blame Young Scooter for his death. We can get mad at the police. No, they did their damn job. At some point, you're 39 years old. You can't be running for no damn police. You ain't no young buck no more. No bones is fragile. You bleed different now. So I'm blaming Young Scooter because he was involved in some stupid shit. And when you're involved in some stupid shit, police get involved and then you try to run. Where the hell you think you was going? You wasn't going to get far. You engaging in this type of shit on your birthday. I got to be honest about it. So we need to stop blaming the police. I apologize to the police. They answered the call. They did their job. And we all should be apologizing.
I don't know
to
how
the
to
police.
believe
I said some
that.
pretty hurtful things about the police. Now I got to take all that shit back when I find out it was some dumb shit involved. But let's continue.
That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing.
So you heard what he said? He said the officer didn't cause the injury to Young Scooter. He sustained the injury when he was fleeing. Now, a lot of people are saying he jumped the fence and he cut his leg while he jumped the fence, or he broke his leg while he jumped the fence. But I'm starting to think, did this fool accidentally shoot himself or something? Because that don't really seem real. You died.
No, I think he got shot beforehand.
You bleed out
He was
over that.
bleeding out.
So I'm starting to think maybe it was a gunshot wound. I don't know, but that story just don't sound right. He's 39. He ain't 79. You should be able to jump a fence without sustaining without killing yourself. That's all I'm saying. But let's continue.
The second incident happened at Lucky Street and Mill Street. This call came up around 6:35 p.m. When we had a group of individuals standing on a sidewalk. Our victim in this case approached the Mills, Some words were exchanged, which led to gunfire. The male that was shot is a 42-year-old male out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That male was transported to Grady ICU. These two incidents are not related in any shape or form, and that's what we have for you.
Can we confirm that it's a known rapper that goes by the name of Young Scooter, the 39-year-old male?
We cannot at this point. That's a function of the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office once they notify the next of kin, so that we're premature on that.
And on the 42-year-old, you guys sent out a release originally saying that the man was deceased. He's not deceased?
Correct. Grady was able to bring him back in the trauma room where he was taken to the operating room and is now in ICU.
So what was the discussion? What led to the 39-year-old having to flee from police? Can you give us a little bit more detail? Because it just seems, what exactly led to him running away?
So again, there was a 911 call of dispute with shots fired and a female being dragged back into the residence. When officers arrived, a male initially opened the door, closed the door on the officer's face without communicating.
Now let's stop it right there. Is Young Scooter death still sad? After we find out that he potentially crashed out, shots was fired, you're seen dragging a woman back in the house. These are very serious charges he was facing. He tried to run and he jumped a fence, he dies. And I can see why people initially thought the police shot and killed him. Because think about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. But
the last thing you see him, they see him put him in the ambulance. They saying he died, so a lot of people will assume police shot him. But according to them, he bled out. Now, is his death still sad? Because man, he crashed out on some stupid shit, bro. It's your birthday. You know, you got a Maybach waiting on you from Future. All you had to do is play it cool. You know, lay low, do your little 1-2 thing. But you just did some stupid shit, bro. I'm just being honest. I mean, he played a role in his own demise. 39 years old and behaving like that, engaged in that type of activity, bro. Ain't nothing gangster about that. You don't get no cool points. A woman screaming, you get drugged in the house, you firing shots and shit. That's crazy, man. But let's continue.
Completely. That's when the officers established a perimeter and the two males fled. Why they fled, obviously, we can't speak for them. So it's still an active investigation.
Was the woman injured at all?
So we were not able to locate a female. We ended up with two males and the decedent.
Was you said the dispute started in a car, a moving car?
No, outside of the residence.
Outside of the residence, and then a woman was drugged back into the.
That's what was reported. We have not been able to substantiate any of that.
So wait a minute. He said we got a call that a woman was being drugged back into the apartment. So they go there, knock on the door. Two men fled. Young Scooter flees. He dies. They go back to the apartment and they can't locate the woman. They found two other men in the apartment.
yeah, I don't know about that one. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. That's crazy, bro. This whole story is confusing, but I'm pretty sure more details are going to come out. Right now, we just guessing. As you can see, we rolled in the motherfucker. We done went from it with the police. We done went to Young Scooter allegedly tried to kidnap him. We don't know what the hell is going on in this story. They don't even know what's going on. They can't even locate the woman. They got a call about a woman screaming, being drugged in the house, gunshots. Was that a false call? I don't know, bro.
Yeah, it could have been a false call.
Did they have anything in the house they don't want to be found? I'm pretty sure. But man, this whole story is just sad. Let's continue.
Which is also a part of our investigation.
And then when he jumped over the fence from one victim, what wound would, I guess, did he shoot himself?
No, there was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injuries to the leg, which caused the bleeding.
Dang, so this dude died. He jumped the fence, broke his leg, had internal bleeding, and that was his demise. Damn, y'all. That's a bad way to go. That's some stupid ass shit. Man, It went from sympathy into the police is bad. How could this happen on his birthday? To now, Young Scooter, what the fuck was you doing? That you tried to flee like you really were gonna get away. They said he didn't shoot himself. I initially thought maybe it was a gunshot wound. He said there was no indication that it was a gunshot wound. He fell. He jumped.
That's crazy. So he really broke his leg and bled out over the fence, off of the fence.
I'm shocked. I ain't gonna lie.
So am I.
Shit. I don't know what to think about this.
I feel like there needs to be more information. I was confused. You know,
what the hell was this? Why did it happen? Let's continue watching.
And to clarify, this wasn't any involvement with the Atlanta police as far as shooting.
Correct. There's no, in neither one of these cases were officers involved in shooting at all.
Will your agency be investigating everything internally, or do you guys?
So we do have, just because of the confusion, we have the GBI that's going to come out to the 39, location.
So GBI will come out and they'll independently look into what you got.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, just to confirm.
But that one started with a 911 call of a dispute.
Correct.
That's why you guys got there, and then
Dispute, shots fired, woman being drugged back into the residence.
So a call about a domestic dispute causes Young Scooter to run from the police. He's fleeing. He's trying to jump a fence. He falls. He fractures his leg and he bleed out. He dies. And then the police is saying it was so much confusion. They was getting blamed for it. So they got an independent forensic specialist coming out to the scene to back up what they said.
Check it out.
Shots involved, that he died.
Confirm that's not what it was.
I mean, you gotta call a spade, because you gotta say it was your 39-year-old brother. He died this way. You would call him, you stupid ass nigga. The fuck was you thinking? That's crazy, y'all. So yeah, Atlanta police exonerated. They didn't shoot Young Scooter. They not to blame. They did their job. He took off running. He tried to jump a fence, and he found the hard way that he couldn't successfully do it. Bled out. I just wanted to clarify that story because I initially posted that the Atlanta police shot him. So I'm gonna backtrack everything I said. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go delete this video. So watch this one. Fuck the other one. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts about this whole situation. Give me a like, give me a share. I love you guys. Peace.
Shout out to bro.
This is my last video.
What the hell?
We definitely gonna put an edit on it. We gonna put Atlanta rapper Young Scooter Unalived when fleeing from police. Fuck it. We'll fix it later. But all right, we're gonna look into the next video, then giving a little bit more clarification on what happened. 14 hours ago.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. The reason you see
Young Scooter's music video for his song Triple Cross with Future and Young Thug. The rapper, whose real name is Kenneth Bailey, died last night, according to the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office. It was also apparently his 39th birthday. He was reposting birthday wishes to his Instagram all day long. It was not just Atlanta police who are investigating, though, what happened. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation also looking into an incident leading up to his death. 11 Alive's Doug Richards is joining us now from the GBI headquarters. Doug, a lot to sort through here. What do we know about what happened?
Yeah, I mean, the best details came in late last night from the Atlanta Police Department. The GBI has not commented publicly. The GBI is involved in this case because Young Scooter's death, Mr. Bailey's death, followed a confrontation with police, although the confrontation that Atlanta police described was not a lethal confrontation.
Yo. Hey, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Young Scooter, of course, we found out last night that he had passed away, that he died, just really, really tough, seeing all these young people die. But this way is really tough, man. And I kept getting text messages this morning, people flooding my inbox, just really wanting to understand, kind of like, man, let's talk about it, and I'm like, okay, well, my thing was last night, and it's still going to stand today, is that we really need to pay attention to what happened to young Scooter or anybody that gets into confrontation with officers after they arrive on the scene, or whoever may arrive on the scene. And here's the deal: you got to look at it. That's why the GBI is involved, because they wouldn't be investigating it, but I'm pretty sure they do that on anytime somebody dies like this when the police is involved. They're saying that he basically was running from them, and when he was running, he jumped a fence and he injured his leg, broke his leg, is what some people are reporting. And the next thing you know, he dies. There are main arteries in your leg. There are things that can cause you to die. There's a backside of your leg. There's a situation where you could bleed out. There's so many different things. I don't know what caused young Scooters, but I said last night, and I'll continue to say, now the technology is so good, you see the camera footage everywhere. Officers are required to wear these body cams, where the body cam I believe, becomes public information. Where that's what we need to see. We need to see the body camera when they first
Out
arrived
there, right there.
on the scene. We need to understand
So
what
it's
really
the body
happened when
cam
they got there after they heard there was a shot. And then now they're rushing to the scene. A lady was dragged into the apartment. Now, when they get in there, two people run from the police, but one guy comes back, as they say. I don't understand that one guy comes back unless he was caught by the police. They're not explaining that they chased him. They just say he just came back.
Yeah, that didn't make
That's
any
the
sense
part
to me.
right there. We need to know more intricate details on what happened out there when he ran. We want to know about that, not just what we're being told either. We want to know about it in its entirety. We want body cam footage off all those officers when they came over there. What happened?
Yeah, all the
when
body
you
cam
got there?
footage.
It was you guys knew that it was an intense situation when you got there because of what somebody had called and told you. So you went over there, and you went over there to understand it, not only to understand it, but to control it.
That
So what happened when these guys ran and one guy mysteriously just walks back up and come back after he's alarmed when he gets there, and he closes the door back? Whoever closed the door back.
Yeah, why would they just come back
The
like
doors
that?
closed back on you guys. Then two guys take out running. One guy come back. What's going on with that? Then not only the one guy come by, the other guy keeps running. He jumps two fences. He jumped two fences, and then all of a sudden he broke his leg and he died. Where's the details at? That's
That
all I'm
part.
saying. Not saying that even if there was, it wasn't foul play. I don't know if you guys ever ran from a police. Have you ever ran from police? Have you ever been in that situation? I can I can tell you from experience. Emotions is rolling high, and you're running, and you're
Hell
running
yeah.
for your life, and
Hell
you
yeah.
don't know if you're going to get killed or not. You by the police. You out there away from where everybody else is at. You running, you're in back of yours. I'm not justifying what young Scooter did, but I am saying when you start doing that, now we need to see what really happened. We need to understand what was going on with this chase. That's all I'm saying. Not saying, like I said, the investigation not only needs to be done, but then it needs to be something that the public eye get to see as well. They need to see this running and how you guys approach this situation. Um, we know that we need our officers, but we definitely know that we need to understand that this thing needs to be looked at and looked at thoroughly to make sure everything was good on the up and up. That's all I'm saying. If it wasn't, we want to know all of what happened for young Scooter's kids, for young Scooter's family. That's all I'm saying. Now, here's another part that I basically this is the ending part, I believe, of the news report this morning.
They overtook him after they say he broke his leg during the chase. Police called EMTs who transported him to Grady Hospital, and he died. And the cause of death has not been determined. Apparently, his body is at the Fulton County Medical Examiner's office now, and that determination is being made. Last night, police said no shots had been fired at all during the pursuit.
One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped 2 fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg.
So police, likewise, appearing a little taken aback by the extent to which the chase, which was, again, not one that they described as lethal, no shots fired,
I don't know, where's the rest of the
Kenneth
what
Bailey,
happened?
who, as you said, was celebrating his 39th birthday yesterday.
Wow. So the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the reporter that's standing in front of her said there was no lethal action taken. Of course, he's not going to say there was lethal action taken. Why would he say that? But the boy was running, and young Scooter, as he was running, of course, something happened, but they're trying to figure out what happened now. What caused the death? They don't know. Nobody knows what caused his death. Nobody said he bled out. Nobody said nothing extensive. They just said, but they said they tried to keep him stable and to get him to the hospital. How was that? What did you guys do out there? What happened out there with young Scooter?
Yeah, that part.
That's what
Really
we need
bad.
to know. We need to understand what happened with young Scooter out there when you guys was pretty much getting him. Did you immediately get him medical attention? What happened out there while you got? We want to see the body cam. That's all I'll be saying. What happened? We want to know what happened. Just for his family, we definitely need to be always asking these questions when something like this goes down. Not saying nobody who's in the wrong or who's in the right. We just need to get it right. That's all I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, this guy takes off running. The vague information that's being given back from the people who are involved.
Yeah, no, the press conference didn't give enough info, really.
Reporters are telling you what they can, but there got to be more. And I know, like I said, I pray that they show what really happened out there, because there's a lot of vague information being given. You guys can get in the comments, let me know if you agree with me, or do you feel like these are details that we can understand exactly what happened to young Scooter?
Not for real.
I just say we just want to make sure that they did what they supposed to do with him. I just know when they showed up and one took off running, well, both of them took off running, one came back, they tried to close the door on them, they got in, contained everything. Where's the young lady at that was involved? Was she just sitting there? They're not mentioning her much either. What happened with young Scooter yesterday? We want to know. People want to know. Just trying to understand what went down. This is unfortunate for his family. Again, we're praying for his family. Young Scooter was a talented brother, and he definitely was a one that looked like me. So, just people have questions. I know people are getting in my inbox, guys. I don't know where this ends, but I do know we got to make sure we do the right thing when we out here, man. Try to stay ourselves out, stay out the way, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
What's up, fam? This your boy, Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and be sure to share this video. I got some news for you Negroes today. Dallas rapper Young Beezy was released from jail after a judge reduced his bond from $2 million to $750,000 after his family.
Oh, my bad, yo. Didn't even know that was playing. All right. This is going to be Young Scooter's son going on.
Scooter is dead following a bizarre encounter with police in Atlanta. I'm Tracy Hutchins.
I'm Joy Livnakron. Atlanta News First Madeline Montgomery is live tonight along William Nye Drive in Southeast Atlanta near the Lakewood Amphitheater. And Madeline, I know you heard from police about what led to the rapper's death.
I did. It's just a strange situation. So police say that they were called out here for a shots fired call, but when they got here, they didn't find any evidence of a shooting. So the situation that we're hearing that a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, is dead. That's according to the medical examiner. And a loved one on the scene is the one who confirmed that that was rapper Young Scooter. Police say they were called by someone saying they heard shots and then saw a woman being pulled into a home. Well, when police arrived, they say they didn't find a woman, but they did have a man open the door to that home and then close it in the officer's face. A lieutenant tells us two men then ran out the back door. The officers say that one of the men returned to the house, but the other one, Young Scooter, jumped two fences, and that's when he was fatally hurt.
Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing. There was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was, when he fell, some type of fracture injuries to the leg.
The rapper was taken to Grady, and that is where he was pronounced dead. And as you can see, the police are still out here. The crime scene unit is here on the scene looking into what exactly led up to these events and how exactly the rapper died. For now, reporting live in the Lakewood neighborhood, I'm Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.
Prompting his son to say this, F Atlanta PD 100. Police or not, ain't had no understanding about you pulled up straight up, ain't give a F about no handcuffs on me. I just wanted to make sure you good. That's all I kept asking, and they kept lying. My best friend, y'all, happy birthday too. I know exactly what to do for sure though. You know, I got my sisters and my brothers. They overly good. Your son a hustler just like you. Watch this. Eagle emoji, infinity sign. I promise I'm gonna give back to y'all. Thank y'all 100. I'm just trying to stay off the social media stuff. Got lame blogs lying and stuff, man. I don't even want to see none of this stuff. Broken into a million pieces. I don't wish this pain on nobody. Do the good end. He ain't deserve this stuff. So the son essentially said that, but I want y'all to understand how we even got there as far as the story that was pushed out, where it came from, and where it all messed itself up at. Because if we would have found out the report that a 42-year-old was the one, then that would have been that. So two stories happened
Yeah, no, for
simultaneously,
sure.
and people, you know what? Let's just understand what happened when it happened. Let's go. So, what I'm going to do or attempt to do, whether you believe it or not, is 100% up to you. So, reserve your judgment. What we heard first was from Chestine Washington, right? And she said, "Oh my God, we were just preparing for your party tonight, young Scooter. Please pray for his family, future, and Hollywood YC, y'all." So, that's what we first heard. People put two and two together, and what they found out was essentially this. So we're doing this in real time. So remember, hers came out 17 hours ago. This came out 17 hours ago. So people put two and two together. So one man was killed in a shooting just blocks away from State Farm Arena, where the NCAA tournament is being played, Fox 5 Atlanta. Then the rumors started to circulate. So understand, this is where it came from. Check out the 17 hours right there. All right. So then if we go back to Chestnut, Washington, her stuff was literally 17 hours ago. So then she has it right here. Damn Street, we just spoke with you this morning. You and Holly were discussing opening a club together just 2 days ago. I recall you speaking highly of me to Holly when you found out we were together, and we will truly miss you, my friend. So understand, that's how the rumor got started. All right. Then we can go here. And then she said, "I'm hesitant to see false narratives perpetuated, and I prefer not to be the one to correct the story. The only thing I want everyone to do is pray for the family and friends. I've never seen my dude down since we've been together." So she's not dating, young Scooter. All right. So right here, this is where she confirms that this is the real story. Young Scooter reportedly died due to a leg injury sustained while fleeing from the police. Got it? So, right here. Then she further goes on to say a female caller falsely claimed to be a hostage, prompted police to search the residence. The incident was unrelated to narcotics. Unaware of the police's reasons for visiting, he fled, and authorities later acknowledged that no woman was present. I've seen so many posts stating that he ran because he did something wrong, and he actually didn't know what was really going on at the time.
Okay.
Now,
That's more info.
that's all good and dandy, but the police kind of said no, that there was a call of shots fired and a woman being there. So let's kind of clean this up.
Hey, yo, you. Can you subscribe and turn on that bell too? Because when you do, you're helping unbiased, independent news.
From the 200 block of William Nye Drive in Zone 3, officers responded to a dispute with a weapon. It was advised in the call remarks that shots were fired and a female was dragged back into the location. Once officers arrived, they knocked on the door.
Where is this female at, bro? That's how you know it's a false call, because
on the officers,
the female wasn't there. One male came back. Got on.
During the process of establishing the perimeter, 2 males fled out of the rear of the house. 1 male returned back into the house. The other male jumped 2 fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing. The second incident happened at Lucky Street and Mill Street. This call came up around 6:35 p.m. When we had a group of individuals standing on a sidewalk. Our victim in this case approached the males. Some words were exchanged, which led to gunfire. The male that was shot is a 42-year-old male out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That male was transported to Grady ICU. These 2 incidents are not related in any shape or form, and that's what we have for you.
Can we confirm that it's a known rapper that goes by the name of Young Scooter, the 39-year-old male?
We cannot at this point. That's a function of the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office once they notify the next of kin, so that we were premature on that.
And on the 42-year-old, you guys sent out a release originally saying that the man was deceased. He's not deceased?
Correct. Grady was able to bring him back in the trauma room, where he was taken to the operating room and is now in ICU.
So what was the discussion? What led to the 39-year-old having to flee from police? Can you give us a little bit more detail? Because it just seems, what exactly led to him running away?
So again, there was a 911 call of dispute with.
Okay, but where is this female?
Female being dragged back into the residence. When officers arrived, a male initially opened the door, closed the door on the officer's face without communicating completely. That's when the officers established a perimeter, and the 2 males fled. Why they fled, obviously, we can't speak for them. So it's still an active investigation.
Was the woman injured at all?
So we were not able to locate a female. We ended up with 2 males and the decedent.
Was you said a dispute was started in a car, a moving car?
No, outside of the residence.
Outside of the residence, and then a woman was drugged back into the.
That's what.
But there's no proof of the woman being drugged, bro.
Which is also a part of.
And then when he jumped over the fence from one victim, what wound was? I guess did he shoot himself?
No, there was no indication of anyone being shot. This appears that there was when he fell, some type of fracture injuries of the leg, which caused the bleeding.
to clarify, this wasn't any involvement with the Atlanta police as far as shooting.
Correct. There's no, in neither one of these cases were officers involved in shooting at all.
Will your agency be investigating everything internally, or do you guys?
So we do have, just because of the confusion, we have the GBI that's going to come out to the 39, location.
So GBI will come out and they'll independently look into what you got.
Correct. Yeah, just to confirm.
But that one started with a 911 call of a dispute.
Correct.
That's why you guys got there. And then
Dispute, shots fired, woman being drugged back into the residence.
And not to add confusion to it, but let's switching back to Lucky Street and Mill Street. 42-year-old from.
So being held accountable is what I do, always will do, and it just is what it is. That's how we got to that story. It wasn't some BS of trying to put out bad information and all this crap and everything like that, because the truth eventually does come out. Now, whether y'all want to believe it or not, that's up to y'all. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm just here to go off of what's going on. Do I trust the police and believe the police every single time? No. But in this instance, it just kind of makes a lot of sense. So he broke his femur and then bled out, basically. And that does happen. I know some of y'all believe whatever y'all believe, but y'all got F's in biology, bro. Like, for real. Y'all, a lot of you cats that's doing this stuff, that's trying to paint an illustration. Since when do we break our legs and then we die? Bro, this happens.
No, it happens. It's just there's not enough information to
Freak
confirm
accidents
that.
happen all the time, bro. That's why they created the show 1,000 Ways to Die. So, end of the day, man, it's sad. And like I said, I believe he ran because he just ain't want to deal with the police. He didn't want to go to jail. He knew he was going to be out, but you got a birthday and all this crap. Man, you'd have ended up in jail and your birthday would have went on without you and all this crap and everything like that, bruh. Wright Street would have just screwed him over. So he probably would have got out probably sometime this morning, would have missed everything and all the love and everything. Like, it's just a whole bunch of crap that just happened. And like I said, I just believe that he just didn't want to go to jail. Now, the stuff about the woman and the shots and all that crap and everything like that, bruh, unfortunately, that crap happens too. It's just a level of coincidences that will make you go, what? Like, hell nah, bro. What the? Well, nah, ain't no way in this world, man. Not Scooter, bro. So, there's really nothing left to say, bro. It's really nothing left to say, because all we can do is pray for the family.
That part.
That's it. You see his son going through unimaginable pain that he shouldn't have to go through this early. Nah, I mean, we wish and hope for long life and health and all this stuff and everything, but we don't know how good that man's structure was as far as his system. You know, a lot of these cats, they don't take care of their health. They don't care about certain things because when you young, you feel like you got all the time in the world. You feel like you're invincible. So those doctor checkups, those checking certain things and everything like that, that happens. But we don't know how high the fences was. That man adrenaline could have been going 1,000. He probably was hitting the fences like he didn't even think he could do this no more. He probably, if he would have, I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, if he would have cleared them fences and got up out of there, because that's what you do. We already know in the hood, you hit a couple of fences, the police ain't going to catch every damn fence, and he knew that neighborhood. So he probably more than likely knew, man, I'm about to get ghost. They ain't catching me. And hit them fences, and if he would have got away, I guarantee you, man, he probably been somewhere hooping or playing basketball or icing up. He'd have probably figured, man, I can't do nothing like this no more, bro. I might be young. He probably been icing them knees or something like that, bro. But it's just unfortunate because we just don't know, bro. We don't know what we don't know. And to speculate, we all gonna do that. So I'm not one of those people who are gonna tell you, nah, don't speculate, nah, don't be critical of the police or anything like that. That the GBI essentially checking it out to make sure that that officer or officers stories check out.
Yeah.
Because what if he was hopping the fence and they pushed him? You see what I'm saying? It could be something that they helped him up over that fence and pushed him and messed him up or something like that. So there's that
Yeah, we don't know
possibility.
yet. We don't know yet.
But we won't know for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. I got my people on it trying to get that body cam footage. And like I said, as soon as we have it, I'll put it out there. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all for taking me to task in the comments and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, there is a reason why we wait, but I just had it under good suspicion that this is one of the things that had happened. So if y'all want to cuss me out, y'all want to do all that stuff and everything like that, I mean, I tried to go through and hit the okay button on everybody's comments, because YouTube flags y'all comments for certain things y'all say. It ain't me. It's not me. I don't know what to tell y'all. Some of y'all think, oh man, Seti Nash, you just did it in my comment. You know, man, listen, I don't care. I'll hear it all. Cat made a joke about my nose. All right, that's cool, but I can breathe out this snout of mine. I doubt you can. Y'all got allergies kicking y'all asses. My nose hairs is good. They fight all that pollen coming in there. So Seti Nash better than good. So y'all can come with the jokes. I ain't tripping. But next time, have your profile picture ready, because y'all know I'm a legendary roaster, bruh. I do this for real. So, hey, when y'all trash talk, make sure y'all photos is up there, because, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. I'll turn into a dragon and start flaming everything. So keep on with your jokes and all that, but understand, when I catch one of y'all pictures, I'm not gonna show no mercy. So be careful what you do, because I'm one of them ones.
Yeah, man, we just hit 200K. We on our way to 300, man. Subscribe today so you can find out how you can win an Xbox or a PlayStation, man. The details are on the way.
This is how you know somebody is literally going to be in the drawing. Robin Minter, check him out, man. All we do is go down and we look and we see his subscriptions. What does he have? He has Seti Nash right here. What also happens, take that off. Top commenter. That right here. Public.
All right, y'all. This gonna be it for this one. We're gonna go on to the next one. Peace.